Just as you would expect from a party where national representatives had gathered, they quickly dispersed once the designated time came.
今日はどうも。
また学園でね。
Once Silvie finished seeing off the final guest, an exhausted look crossed her face.
お疲れ様でした。
今年の年末、最大の山を越えましたな。
でもこれで明日と明後日は自由よ。あら、ずっと一緒にいられるわね。
For real? Alright. I had gotten an inkling of it, but now we'd gotten permission.
もっともあさって24日は以前からの通り夜には学園の皆様を招いた懇親会パーティーです。二人きりにはなれないのであしからず。
Right. Tja. Ria would be making an appearance as Maria the day after tomorrow, so that was something to look forward to. So, that means I can have you all day tomorrow?
明日は開けられたわ。あら、お時間あるかしら。
Of course I do. I'd make time even if I didn't. I'd finished off everything I had to get done before today. Mina-chan smiled meaningfully. Now I got it. This was why she whined so much about that big cleanup this morning. Looks like I had a dependable ally.
じゃあ明日は何しようかしら。あら、何かある？
Oops, it's hard to come up with something on the spot. There were things I wanted to do, but there were far too many options for me to choose from. I would give it some thought before we met up tomorrow. But yeah, what should I do all alone with Silvie? An unexpected first, huh?
Loveriche!
Now then, December 23rd, Christmas Eve. For me personally, it finally felt like the start of winter break. If I viewed this as the first day, then it made for the best beginning possible. Now that all of my homework was done and I'd finished cleaning, I could spend the rest of my vacation having fun. Is this how people who finished their summer break homework during July felt?
あら、来たわよ。
Okay. Now that I had a girlfriend, I figured I ought to do this.
おーい。
Hop! She leapt into my arms and I caught her.
やっと二人になれた。あのね、オーラ。私、今日はとても素敵な一日になるように。オーラ？
Hinga! I tossed her onto the bed. It's terrible. My desire for you is too strong.
朝一なのに襲われちゃう。
Silvie sounded delighted.
でも、実は。
As she sprawled out at a fantastic angle, she finished through her pocket. Then she emphatically held up condoms.
オーロにばかり用意してもらうのも悪いと思って。
Wow. These are the crazy expensive kind. I didn't know much about them, but they were seemingly made from incredible materials and sold for around 5,000 yen per dozen. Obviously, I had never used them before.
本当はなくてもいいかなって思っちゃうけど。
Haha. I was a little unsure how to reply. I knew how she felt, but it would be a huge problem if she got pregnant. But after doing it so many times, I actually began to love Silvie deeply enough that I started to want to have kids with her as soon as we could.
ま、それはともかくとして。はい、どうぞほら。12個も入ってるから何度でも OK よ。あれ、引いてる？
That's not how it goes, Silvie. When you invite a Japanese boy to bed, you don't go, "Hey, come on." It's more like, "No, that's embarrassing."
What?
The downside to Silvie's aggressive nature had come out. Her attitude was, of course, questionable, but I was being enticed by this beautiful blonde-haired girl as much as I'd love to charge in this very second. Why don't we go out somewhere first? I doubt we'll be able to stop once we get started, and we'll waste the whole day.
それもそうね。
We headed out for now.
およ？お二人さんお出かけさん？ええ。あ、レーナも来る？ついてけばまたうまそうなものにありつけそうではあるけど。やめとく。オーロ、貸し1よ。
Yup. She noticed how ridiculously disappointed I was. Her ability to read the mood was a lifesaver.
あ、そっか。せっかくの二人きりなのに、レーナを誘ったら二人じゃなくなっちゃうわね。
Yeah, that's basically it.
ごめんなさい。なんだか、オーラといるとね、楽しくなっちゃって。だから少しでも多くの人と、この楽しさを分け合いたいって思っちゃうの。
There's no way I could be mad when you put it that way.
昔からそうだったわ。あ、ねえねえオーラ。
Yeah. She pointed, as if to say, over here, over here, so I followed after her. As for where we were headed, it was a place both of us were quite familiar with.
朝に来るとまた空気が違うわね。
That reminds me, Silvie, you usually only come around here at night. I assumed she came here all the time after we'd used the space for our tea parties, but those only occurred at night.
不思議ね。学園のすぐ近くなのに。登下校では車で過ぎちゃうし、遊びに来るときはオールへ一直線だから当然か。
We were here all the time when we were younger, right?
そうね。
Silvie had a nostalgic look in her eyes. We became good friends at camp, but Silvie didn't fit in with those around her and was often excluded from the group. The three of us, Ria included, met up here often.
懐かしい。
Yeah.
ねえ、オーラ、思いを馳せてる。風な顔してるけど、何か思い出せてる？
Ah! Not at all, actually. I remembered coming here a long time ago. But that was it. I couldn't remember anything other than that fact.
もう、やがて思い出すと思ってたのに、ちっともね。
Your and Ria's memory are almost too strong at times. This was 10 years ago, after all. Quite a bit of time had passed for me to remember my past with Silvie and Ria at this point, but it looked like the door to my memories had remained locked. I couldn't remember anything. I had honestly reached the point where I thought it might be best that way.
もう。こっちはどう？キャンプ施設はだいたいこの辺りだったわ。
Sorry.
この辺りにみんなで泊まるロッジやテント置き場があって。
I remember the tents, but I recalled fooling around with my male friends, but not at all with Silvie. Ah, that reminds me.
思い出した？
Yeah, it came back to me. Back when I thought Ria was a boy, I'd invite her to go take a leak with me all the time. I thought she was weird for not taking me up on it, but now I get it. She couldn't go into the men's bathroom. Man, that's one long time mystery solved.
私は？
Sorry.
ここならどうかしら。
I vaguely remember this spot. If I recall, this used to be a church back in the day.
そうなの。
It was all run down and pretty scary looking back then. A church close to the lake. It was pretty, if I had to describe it, but such an inaccessible meeting place was worthless in a religiously barren place like Japan. It was nearly as dilapidated as a Shinto shrine deep in the mountains. Someone did seem to have been managing it though, for the record. Oh, but I think it had a piano even back in the day. There was a piano there and still worked, so I recalled us messing around with it. It looked just as dilapidated as the building, so it should be different from the one there now though.
ピアノはなかったわ。当時はオルガン。
Are those different somehow?
やらない人には馴染みがないわよね。でも私あのオルガンのおかげで国に入って楽団派に入った時、楽器はピアノを選んだのよ。オーラが勧めてくれたから。
Huh?
覚えてないのね。ほら、相馬くんと3人でここに忍び込んでオルガンにいたずらして、私は唯一知っていたクリスマスソングの「サイレントナイト」を弾いたの。オーラがすごいすごい言って、私のこと天才だ天才だってあのすぐあとシス明けに楽団派に入って音楽を始めなきゃだったから、不安が吹っ飛んだわ。あの頃からオーラにはお世話になりっぱなしね。ねえ、イチ、離れ離れになっても友達よね。思い出した？
Not a bit.
もう。でもいいわ。イチはイチとして私の心にいつまでも生きていれば。
Silvie looked like she was enjoying herself. It bugged me a little, but maybe I felt the same. The past wasn't the only reason why we were attracted to one another. We happened to meet and had fallen in love. How are pianos and organs different?
簡単に言うと、ピアノは弦楽器、オルガンは管楽器なの。
Sorry, you'll have to start with the difference between string and wind instruments.
ピアノはギターの仲間、オルガンはトランペットの仲間というと分かりやすいかしら。
They're that different?
曲はもちろん、弾き心地もだいぶ違うわよ。ピアノなら流れるように弾けるけれど、オルガンはちょっと肩を使うというか、疲れるの。
Oh, you really sound like you know your stuff.
苦手ではないわね。
The two of us left the academy and headed into town together. We didn't have a particular destination in mind. But our feet naturally led us here after our earlier conversation.
くださいな。
はいよ、お客さん運がいいね。焼きたてだよ。
Silvie headed into a nearby bakery. She bought 5 loaves of melon bread.
見て見てオーロ、焼きたて。
Yeah, this is a special occasion, so why don't we eat them now?
はい。
I took one, assuming Silvie would also eat one. What are you going to do with the other 3? We'll have to carry them around.
ほっほっほっ。荷物？
Never mind. Silvie had 2 loaves in each hand and was eating 4 melon breads at once. As long as she was happy, that's what mattered.
おいしい。レーナのおすすめは外れがないわ。
Sure are. They were delicious. According to Reina, these were the best in town. These would be worth coming to buy even if you snuck out of the academy at lunchtime to do so.
この辺りだったわよね。オーロが助けてくれたのは。
Guess so. We stopped on an empty sidewalk near the bakery. This is where I wanted to come. I remember this place perfectly.
王子様の登場シーン、今でも鮮明に思い出せるわ。まあ、あの時はこの人後でエルたちにボッコボコにされないかしらって心配だったけれど。
If you told me that in the first place, things might not have gotten so complicated.
あら、それじゃあ私とオーロの縁がそこまでで切れちゃうじゃない。
She squinted her eyes reminiscently.
あの時、腕をつかまれた私を オーラが抱き込んでくれた時、心にコトンって感じたの。あの人は私にとても大切なものをくれる人だって。一度とは気づかなかったけれど、記憶のどこかが反応したのかしら。それとも第六感的なそういうのかしら。
There do seem to be princesses with a talent for fortune telling, so who knows?
かもね。オーラはあの瞬間どんな気持ちだった？
I don't remember. I was already in a daze. I was convinced it was the site of an abduction and I was desperate to escape. But if I had to say, I knew I had to do something though. I was super depressed that day, and that's when I found you. I thought she was being kidnapped. There's no way I'd ever prance over and protect some girl under normal circumstances, and I would have called the police instead. The word depressed seemed to come close to describing how I felt at the time.
へこんで何かあったの？
Yeah. Everything fell apart the day before. You know, that whole thing with the vocalist dropping out of Chieka's light music band.
ああ、三山沙織さん。
I guess I had told Silvie about her before. She remembered well. At the time, I'd made a huge mess of the baseball club and music club and had already quit school. And it was like salt in the wound when I found out Chieka's band had been dissolved. My attempts to show off backfired in every possible way, and I caused a lot of trouble for a bunch of people. I wanted to act cool, which was probably why I jumped right in to save you. Haha, Elson ended up hurling me around, didn't she? Either way, maybe I am not talented enough to act cool or show off. Crap, the mood turned gloomy. We sat there in silence with nothing clever to say. Silvie thought something over and...
才能は知らないけれど、私を助けてくれたオーラは本当にかっこよかったわよ。そんなこと言わないで。あの日、あの瞬間、かっこいいオーラが大好きになった私がバカみたいじゃない。
Haha, sorry.
それに、ちえかちゃんだってきっとそう思ってる。オーラのしたことはすごくかっこいいと思ってるわ。
Well, yeah, I bet the person directly affected would say that.
三山さんも瑠璃子ちゃんも真白木先輩もみんなよ。
Was that really true? My actions were definitely to blame for putting their music club in a poor position, which ultimately forced their band to dissolve. If I hadn't stepped over the line, the members of baseball club and music club could have continued being friends. I destroyed all of that single-handedly. But then... As always, Silvie responded with a cheerful giggle.
それにね、オーラ、実は
But...
オーラくん。
Someone barged in and cut Silvie off. And that someone happened to be my sister, Chieka. I'd instantly recognized her voice the moment I heard it. What the heck, Chieka? What are you doing here? That startled me.
Yo.
I'd seen this guy's face more times than I could count, my childhood friend. And it was a face I'd never wanted to see again. Shima Torio, Chieka's boyfriend. And the ace pitcher of the baseball club that fell through at the summer tournament, all because of me. The guy who likely detested me more than anyone else.
これ偶然だからね。
Right. Chieka had been telling me for a long time now that we should sit down and talk, and was hell-bent on seeing that plan through. Our meeting today was by total chance, so I doubt she'd brought him here on purpose.
ちえかちゃんとこちらは？
島 棟梁です。うわー、千恵香ちゃんから聞いただけど絶対嘘だと思った。シルビア・ル・クルス・クラウン様とクラスメイトなんだ。うわー、すごー、うわあ。
I see you still get as frenzied as a fanboy.
うっさいな。
シモ棟梁。あ、オーロとチームメイトだった。
知ってくれてる。
オーロを邪険にしてチームから追い出したって人ね。
はい。
Don't be angry, Silvie. You didn't do it alone.
なんだ。
The happy-go-lucky Silvie was, in a rare turn, aggressive with someone on their first meeting. The total flip side of her affection for me, her, better not say a word.
追い出したって言い方はちょっと。まあ悪かったと思ってるよ。夏はもう誰かに責任があるってしないとチーム全員どうしようもなかったから。
I figured. I knew how he felt. They needed someone to blame in that situation, and I was the one who took the fall for it. That was all there was to it. The decision to quit the club and drop out was mine alone, and I didn't intend to complain on that front.
自分がうまくいかなかった責任を誰かに押し付けるというのがもう許せないわ。
Silvie's argument was completely sound, so Torio could only go "Ugu" in response. And
かっこ悪いの。
if I had to say, that one comment resonated with me the most. I see. Yeah, I fully agreed with her. This guy, as well as everyone on the baseball club, were totally lame. And for that matter,
分かってますよ。かっこ悪かったですよ。っていうかそもそもその前オーロ一人いないから負けたってのがもうかっこ悪くて。でもそのオーロは千恵香ちゃんの妹のために監督に逆らって干されたわけで、そんなかっこいいことされたらああなりますよ。
cool? Torio and the baseball club saw me that way?
一つの部でそんなかっこいいのと悪いのが出たらもう一時的にこじられるのも仕方ないっていうか、まさかそれでオーロが辞めるとは思わなかったっていうか。
棟梁くん、ここでの言い訳はほんとかっこ悪いかも。
すいません。
ふむ。まあ反省してるみたいだし私はもういいかな。
Silvie flashed him a smile. Ah, he was entranced. This guy was a real fanboy.
よかったです。オーロくんは？
I never really cared, especially when I'm the one who chose to quit.
そっか。よかった。じゃあまたオーロくんと棟梁くん、昔みたいに仲良しだね。
だな。そんな顔すんなよ。
Huh. We've known each other for as long as I can remember. It's not a matter of getting along or not. We are normal childhood friends.
ああ、まあ普通にな。
The four of us chatted away for a short while, but we eventually split up to resume our dates.
また明日ね。ええ、夕方5時開門よ。
She made plans for tomorrow's party.
絶対来てね、ちえかちゃん。来られないなら連絡をお願い。はい、もちろん絶対行きますって。絶対よ。
Silvie emphasized that awfully strongly as they said goodbye. Is there some reason she absolutely has to be there?
まあ、いろいろとね。
She giggled.
ねえ、ところでオーロ、ちえかちゃんの話聞いた？
You mean about how the hotel in the next town over is drawing in customers by offering lunch service to make up for the ruined light display? She had apparently gone to check out the hotel she had plans to visit with Torio over Christmas. They sounded satisfied with the nice lunch they had there.
ええ、実は昨日のパーティーで菊千代くんからもアイディアを聞かされていて、行ってみたかったな。ランチ行ってみない？
Wasn't that melon bread earlier lunch?
やだオーロ、メロンパンはおやつじゃない。
Haha. A single loaf might be different, but 4 was definitely beyond the capacity for a snack. Oh well, we headed to the neighboring town. And there...
おや、オーロくん、シルビアさん。
Hey! The owner just so happened to be in.
ちょうどいいところに。シルビアさん、ちょっとお願いできませんか？
お友達だから特別よ、菊千代くん。本当は私がモデルをやるのはいろんな人に話を通さないといけないんだから。
助かります。もちろんソルティレージに話は通します。今日は先に写真だけということで。
This garden's back to normal, huh?
はい、急ピッチで。なのでそれをアピールする CM が打ちたいのですが、モデルを誰にするかで困っていまして。
A promo featuring a Western princess in Japanese clothes would sure earn you guys some brownie points. Silvie was eager enough, so there was no room for me to say otherwise. We made some time for it. The photo shoot ended in no time.
確認してきます。15分ほどそのままでお願いします。
はーい。
We were left alone. Japanese clothes look great on you too.
でしょ？
This garden was charming too. On a date for two, refined moments like these could be pretty romantic in their own right. It had that whole, I sure am dating a princess feel.
千恵香ちゃんに感謝ね。
Are you?
そうよ。いつでもオーラのことを案じているわ。オーラが千恵香ちゃんを大好きなように、千恵香ちゃんもオーラが大好きなのね。これはこれで焼けるわね、彼女。オーラにとって私には絶対に踏み込めないゾーンにいるわけだ。
Now. The jealous Silvie made a sudden appearance. I was in a position to laugh it off, which was quite a luxury in my opinion. But yeah, maybe I am grateful I ran into him today. Not to him, but to God. Silvie immediately picked up on the meaning of what I quietly whispered and smiled happily.
かっこよかったんですって、オーラ。私と会う前からかっこよかったんですって。ね、私が言った通りでしょ。
Guess so. It went without saying that this wasn't enough to absolve me of what happened that summer. It was a fact that everyone suffered misfortune due to my actions. But it took a bit of a weight off me, maybe. If you disregarded how everything turned out, what I had done wasn't wrong. Being able to believe that helped all on its own. Obviously, a positive outcome would have been preferred though. Silvie smiled at me in a suggestive way. What was it? Something...
シルビアさん、オール君、ありがとうございました。もう結構です。
はーい。
With that, our conversation was put on hold. Now that her job was over. Oh yeah, Kikuchio, I hear you're running a lunch fair right now? We got back to the main subject.
ああ、はい。と、ですがレストランにシルビアさんが来ると騒ぎになりますね。
食べられないの？
いえ、注文いただければ部屋に届けます。着替えに使った部屋、そのまま開けているので使ってください。
はーい。
We ended up borrowing her changing room. There had been an assistant present to help when she got dressed, but the room was now empty and she headed in alone. Well, a princess couldn't afford to expose her skin after all. Wait, now that she was alone.
じゃあほら、ちょっと待ってて。
Hiya!
また来た。
Silvie laid down on the fluffy bed just like the last time.
もう、ほら、この服に変えた時から目がエッチだとは思ってたけど。
There's honestly something irresistible about it. Not just today, but I felt the same way the last time I saw her in this outfit. This was the same outfit she wore during our first kiss, and the nostalgia effect only amplified my feelings.
やっぱり日本人には和服なのかしら。これからもっと着ようかな。
You look fantastic no matter what you wear, but I certainly wouldn't complain if you did.
わかった、着るわ。
Thanks. Then why don't we consider this returning the favor and have me take off your clothes?
その理屈、ちょっぴりおかしくない？
Should I stop then?
むしろ素敵な理屈だわ。
Silvie spread her arms, essentially telling me, go ahead. I quickly untied her sash. But... What's this thing's deal? Is it zipped up somewhere?
こっちの細いのを先に解かないと。引っかかってるわ。ちょっと待って、ほら。
I was in a tough spot since Japanese clothes took skill to remove.
このくらい？
And cut. I'll see you in a second. I could hardly taste lunch at all.
オールはいいわよ、食べられたんだから。私、お腹が重くて食べられなかった。
But you did eat?
全種類制覇できなかったの。
That was overeating. Even after we came back, both of us felt like we were floating on air. That was only natural given what we'd done.
ね、できたかしら。
I wonder? When a healthy man and woman pick the date, the odds are apparently not even 50-50.
そうなんだ。じゃあ、一回じゃかしら。
There is some chance, though, to determine the course of our lives.
さあ。ねえ、オール。帰ったら、今度はやっぱりコンドームありでしてみない？
What a coincidence! I was going to ask you the same thing. I did want a child with Silvie, but I did want to enjoy our naughty time for a little bit longer too. Both were my most deeply held desires, and I doubted I could place one above the other. In which case, I may as well do both.
あっちは焦らなくていいと思うの。少なくとも学園の卒業が遠のくのは困るわ。
For sure. I agreed. There was also the risk Elsan would take my arm to consider. Better rely on condoms for now.
でも時々はね。
Of course. The feelings seem to be mutual.
帰ってきちゃったわね。
Yeah.
エルから着信入ってる。
Silvie picked up her cell phone.
そろそろ戻らなくちゃみたいね。
The naggy papa makes an appearance, huh?
電話が来てるだけだったら。
うるさいパパですいませんね。
Sorry. The call was live? The unexpectedly high performance of the cell phone Silvie used was a problem.
シルビー様、今から迎えに上がります。だいたい30分ほどですので。
はーい。
She ended the call.
あんまり時間はないよね。キュラちゃん。
That reminds me, I didn't see her today, even though it was always there at Silvie's side.
今日は二人きりだもの。譲ってもらったの。 上空2万メートルで待機していたわ。私に有事があれば 0.1 秒で駆けつける手はずだけど。
Holy shit. This thing's performance knows no bounds.
キラちゃん、用意してちょうだい。
Kyoto opened its mouth wide. A chair and table flew out. Then even a tea set appeared. And finally, a huge tablecloth. What is this sorcery? What? Your outfit?
すごいでしょ。キロちゃん、いざという時のためにお着替えするスペースまで確保してくれるのよ。
The speed at which Silvie got changed was even more impressive.
さあ、お茶にしましょう。やっぱり最後はこれだわ。
Yeah. We settled down for tea time. Man though, it's cold.
そうね、風邪はひかないで。
It was already the latter half of December. Although there was no wind, it was still extremely cold.
今日楽しかったわね。
Yeah.
私が普通の女の子だったらもっとこんな風に普通の一日が過ごせたのに。
But if you were an ordinary girl, you wouldn't have been able to enroll at Noble Academy.
それもそっか。
Silvie giggled. I really am grateful that you changed my life. You saved me when I was at my most pathetic.
あら。
I felt pretty relaxed after getting to talk to Torio and Chieka. I was finally able to face the past I hated to even remember. She had told me I hadn't made the wrong choice.
オーロには私の方が10年前に人生を変えてもらったわ。そのお返しね。
Yeah.
それと一つ間違ってるわよ。
Huh?
私がオーロのかっこ悪いと思ってるところを救うのはあの時じゃない。明日よ。
Tomorrow?